Aloha, I'm Terra. Are we live?
Hi guys, I think we are. Yeah, this is a pretty big, we're gonna be editing later, this will be fun. Hi guys, welcome.
Good morning, Aloha, I'm Terra. This is Evan. Welcome to Live Yoga Channel. We created this channel during quarantine 2020 because we love to practice yoga. We love to share it together as well as create Cyber Ohana. So the Ohana means family in Hawaiian. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do my best to get us through this in an hour 10 minutes. I know you have a full day ahead of you, so thank you for rolling out your mat and practicing with us. So find a comfortable seated position. You're going to have your legs crossed in front of you. Sit tall. And then roll the shoulders up and back down the spine. Keep that chin tilted down ever so slightly so that the back of the neck is long. Go ahead and close your eyes and begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Giving yourself permission for this next hour 10 minutes to put aside your to-do list, everywhere you've been before. Just give yourself permission to be here. Appreciating yourself for making this time for self-care for you. We're going to get started with clearing out some energy in and around the brain and the skull with Kapalabhati breathing. Okay, so go ahead and open your eyes. What I want you to focus on is the exhalation through the nose. You'll follow my cues, but as we forcefully exhale through the nose, we'll also draw the belly button back through the spine. So it'll be like a... What happens is we get a natural passive inhalation. So don't worry about the inhalation. It's going to happen. We're focused on the exhalation. So sit tall. Close the eyes. Inhale. Exhale. 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 Engage that perineum floor, all those muscles that will help you, like as if you're in the bathroom, keeping yourself from going to the loo. Your eyes are closed. Your gaze is in between the eyebrow center. Exhale, 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 release. Inhale through the nose, half lung of air. Pause, put the hands to the thighs, draw the shoulders to the ears, tuck the chin into the chest. Hold that breath in as long as it's comfortable for you. We call this kumbha, breath retention. Feel that spaciousness expand inside of you. Release the chin, sip in a full breath through the nostrils. Exhale slowly. We'll do this again. Inhale, half lung of air. Pause, drop the chin to the chest, roll the shoulders up to the ear, draw the belly button towards the spine, engage the entire perineum floor. With your eyes closed, look through the eyebrow center. Kumbha. When you need the breath, relax the shoulders, sip in a bit more air through the nostrils, exhale slowly. Take one full breath through the nostrils, slowly. Exhale. Return the breath to normal. Next, let's do yoga for the eyes. You're going to keep the head and neck, shoulders and neck straight, moving only the eyes. Inhale, Keep the eyes open. As you exhale, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up, center. Another breath in. Exhale, look far right, far left, far right, far left, far right, far left, center. Another breath in. Exhale, look down, far right, look up, far left, look down, center. Another breath in. Exhale, look down, far left, look up, far right, look down, center. Now instead of stretching the eyes, we're going to focus the eyes. Bring the right arm out in front. The fingertip is pointing up. It's about shoulder height. Go ahead and stare at the fingertip, then look past the fingertip. Bring the gaze back to the fingertip, and then gently begin to bend the elbow, draw the fingertip towards the nose slowly, doing your best not to blink. It's okay if you do. Take the finger back out slowly, and when the arm is extended, look past the finger. Bring the gaze back to the finger. Inhale gently, trying not to blink. Focus the eyes, healthy eyes. When the elbow is straight, look past the finger one more time. Bend the elbow, we'll come back towards the nose, staring at the fingertip. As you exhale, extend the arm, gazing at the fingertip. When the elbow is straight, look past the fingertip. Release the elbow. We're going to take our hands together and rub them together swiftly. Let's build some energy. Cup the right palm over the right eye. Cup the left palm over the left eye. Stare into the abyss of the black of your palms. Doing your best to not let light into your hands. You're breathing gently through the nose. The face is soft. Sending some healing energy to those eyes, especially with so much screen time. Healthy, healthy eyes. Go ahead and release the hands. Interlace the hands. Send them, press the palms away from you and then up overhead. Stretch long, reaching towards the ceiling. Tilt the chin down slightly. Go ahead and close the eyes. Let the breath be long through the nostrils. You'll feel a slight constriction in the back of the epiglottis, the back of the throat. This is normal. We call this ujjayi breathing. Stay soft in the face. Really stretching and reaching along the side body. Release the arms, back of the hands, back of the palms come to touch. Reach the right palm over the left. Interlace the hands. Draw those hands towards the chest. Depending on where you are today, everybody's so different. We'll take these hands back out in front of us as best as we can today and breathe. Utilizing breath as our tool, and we can tell if we're strained in the face, we need to back off some. If we're breathing tight and it's constricted, go ahead and back off some. We want to be relaxed in the face. For 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring the hands back through center. We'll switch sides, take our time. Everybody's different, and we may feel different day to day. So we use the breath as our tool to gauge whether we need to back off some, or if we're comfortable and our breath is relaxed and we can have a smile on our face. That's a sign that we can take the stretch a little bit further. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands, shake it out. Go ahead and extend those legs out onto the mat in front of us. Toes are pointing up. We'll do yoga for the toes. We started at the skull, the fingertips, the wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. Now we're gonna do toe cranks with just the toes, moving only the toes. For 1, release. 2, release. 3, release. 4, relieve. 5, release. 6, and hold. And release. Go ahead and shake it out. We'll cross the right leg over the left. And just like we did with our fingers, we're going to do it with our toes. Interlace 1 toe, then 2 toes, then 3 toes. No hands here. And then when you get to where you are, if you can do 1 toe, that's fantastic. If you can do all 5 toes, that's a miracle. 1 toe at a time, get there, and then squeeze. Activating all of the nerve endings from the toes all of the way up the legs to the low back, sciatica. For 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. Acknowledging we may be able to do more toes on this side. And in the spirit of the yogis, we stay positive. So if we can't do something today, we stay positive in our mindset and we say maybe next week, maybe next month. We visualize and see ourselves successful. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and release. Warming up the ankles. We're going to move the ankles forward and back. For 1, release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. Go ahead and make circles clockwise. 4, 5, 6. Other way. 6. Go ahead and bend the left knee. We'll grab onto the elbows underneath of the knee. Lift that chest up, and then let's make circles with our knees. First clockwise. 5, 6, and then other way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead and release. We'll switch sides. For 1, 2, 3. Other way. Warming up from the toes, the ankles, the knees, all the way up to the hips. Let's come to the front of the mat. We'll bend our right knee, bring the ankle in towards the left thigh. Bend the left knee, bring the ankle back towards the left hip. We'll begin to walk back. And depending on how you're feeling today, you may feel this stretch all along the quad and the psoas already. First, come down to the elbows. Maybe this is your pose today. And just, if this is what, at your edge, then go ahead and just drop your head back and breathe. If you feel drawn to take your back all the way to the spine, you can draw your arms up overhead and just breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the arms back by your sides. Press into those elbows. Help the body upright. We're going to switch to the other side. Acknowledging we may feel totally different. I'm much more tight on this side, especially today. All right. So leaning back. First lean back on the hands. Come down to the elbows. And if that's plenty of a stretch today, and you're noticing that you're still relaxed in your face, and you can breathe long and slow, it's fantastic. If you want to take it further, come down onto the head, take the back all the way to the floor, and breathe long, slow, and steady. For 5, 4, keep that right knee down. 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring our hands back by our sides. Inhale, help the body upright. We're going to come all the way up to standing position at the front of our mats. Take your time. This is our first standing pose. Your feet together, roll the shoulders up and back, and then let the palms come to the sides of your sides of your hips, and then relax the thumbs so that the palms are parallel to your hips. Your chin is tilted down slightly so that the back of the neck is long. Feel the earth beneath you. As you stand here breathing, visualize roots going beneath your feet, connecting you into the earth, feeling solid and rooted. Grateful, grateful for the earth. Next, with your eyes closed and your awareness in between the eyebrow center, I want you to visualize the last beautiful sunset that you've seen, sunrise or sunset. Bringing our attention and our awareness to the gifts we receive day in and day out from the sun. All life on this planet happens because of this celestial body. We'll move through 2 classical rounds of sun salutations, Surya Namaskar, to give respects and praise to the sun, life giver to all life on earth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, open the eyes, bring the hands through prayer at heart center. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Look up, stretch up, reach up. Exhale, hinge at the waist slowly. Bend the knees if you need to. This is our first stretch of the morning. Please, everybody, no overstretching. Let the head and the neck hang heavy. Perhaps your hands are on your shins. Perhaps you can reach your toes. Perhaps you can grab onto the backs of the ankles. Long, slow, steady breath here. No overstretching. We'll take our time and warming up the body, trusting in the breath and the power of our listening. Bring the weight more so into the balls of the feet so that the backs of the legs are long, the sits bones are going up towards the ceiling. The chest is coming closer towards the thighs. Perhaps you have the privilege to bring your fingertips all the way to the floor. If that's the case, maybe you can bring the palms to the earth. Your inhalations and exhalations are slow and steady. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the hands to the side of both feet. Bend the knees. Take the left leg back. Drop the knee and the top of the left foot. We're going to inhale our shoulders up and back. Our arms stay towards the earth along each side of the hips. The right knee is centered with the big toe of the right foot. You're leaning into that right knee. The hips are stretching down towards the earth. The final phase of the pose, take the gaze, roll the shoulders back, look up towards the ceiling. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands back to the mat. Tuck the left toes. Take the right leg back to meet the left. Mountain pose. This is the first one of the day. Come up onto the tippy toes. Reach those heels down to the earth. Press powerfully through both palms, all 4 corners of your palms. Let the head and neck hang heavy in between the biceps. Notice that your heels, one heel might want to reach the floor more than the other. See if you can take both heels towards the floor. It's okay if they don't reach. Your hips are up towards the ceiling. Your elbows are facing one another, the inner elbows. Inhale. As you exhale fully, the bottom of that breath, drop to the knees, chest and chin. So we call this Ashtanga Pranam, Ashtanga Pranam, 8-limb pose. So we have our 2 toes, our 2 knees, our chest, our chin, and our 2 hands. The elbows are in tight towards the body. Our gaze is looking down our nose. The breath is slow and steady. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the palms. Drop the belly to the earth. Slide the chest through. Go ahead and just bring your forearms. We'll come into Sphinx pose. It's a gentle warm up. So the tops of my feet are on the mat. My forearms are on the mat. I bring my chest through. Take that gaze up towards the ceiling. Look up. Breathing gently through the nose. And 1. Tuck the toes. Bring the hands underneath of the shoulders. Press into the hands. Lift the hips up. Coming back into our mountain pose. In the West, as yogis, we often know this as downward facing dog. In the spirit of our teacher who traveled and lived in the Himalayas, they call this mountain pose. We're shaped like a mountain. Pressing powerfully through the palms, looking back through the ankles. Stretching through the fingertips. On an inhale, bring the left foot in between the hands. Drop the right knee and the top of the right foot. Roll the shoulders up and back. Look up, look back. Lean into that front knee. We're opening up all of the grankies or the blockages from our long, restful night's sleep. We're moving slowly, allowing the body to open up naturally. Thank you, breath. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands back to the mat. Tuck the back right toes. Inhale that right leg up to meet the left. Exhale, fold forward. Forward fold should feel good. You might notice the body's starting to warm up and you can stretch a little bit further. Maybe you can bring your hands down to the toes, down to the mat. You can bring your palms to the mat. You might have the privilege to take your palms facing backwards and begin to walk your hands towards the ankles, bending the elbows. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale the hands together all the way up overhead. Stretch up, look back, and then exhale through prayer position. Release the hands to the sides. Close the eyes, inhale. Exhale, feel the body as she's awakening. We'll do this next round with breath. Follow my cues. Inhale. Exhale, open the eyes. Bring the hands through prayer position. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. Bend the knees gently. This time it's the right leg back. Drop the knee and the top of the foot. Inhale, those shoulders up, look back. Leaning into that front foot. You're stabilizing with the with the big toe of the left foot and the top of the right foot. Staying relaxed in the face for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return the hands to the mat. Tuck the right back toes. Take that left leg back as you exhale. Press that chest back towards the thighs. The bottom of the exhalation, drop to the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, coming on up through Sphinx or Cobra. Perhaps you have your hands underneath your shoulders, the elbows are in tight. Press into those palms. Look up through the eyebrow center. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press into those palms. Bring the right foot in between the hands, drop the knee and the top of the foot. As you inhale, the shoulders up and back. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Bring that left leg up to meet the right, forward fold. Bring the hands together all the way overhead on an inhalation. Look up, look back. And then exhale through prayer position. With your eyes closed, relieve the hands to both sides of your hips and stand here in Tadasana with your eyes closed. Noticing the tingling around your fingers, your toes, the skull as the capillaries activate and enliven this morning through all the fresh breath and the rajas, our passion. Notice that your shoulders are beginning to be more aligned, your hips are more aligned. See if you can bring your awareness, your mind's eye, visualizing the lungs working so perfectly, the lower lobes, the middle lobes, the upper lobes. As each breath of fresh oxygen we bring in through our nostrils, they're taken into the lungs and they're purified. And this fresh oxygen is sent straight to the heart, where each heartbeat is taking this fresh oxygen, circulating it through all of our auricles and ventricles, sending fresh love, fresh life to every cell of our being. With your eyes closed and your awareness in between the eyebrow center, let's bring our awareness to the most beautiful moon that you've seen in the night sky. Maybe it's been recently, maybe it was long ago. Simply bringing your awareness and appreciation to this other celestial body in our sky that very much impacts all of life on planet Earth. We're well aware of the moon and its phases and how it affects the tides of the waters of planet Earth. And similarly, our human organism is around 80% water. And just like the tides and the phases of the moon impact the tidal waters of the oceans, our waters are impacted as well. So we'll move through these next salutations in respects and gratitude for the moon. Chandra Namaskar. Same as before, changing only the 4th and 9th postures. Follow my cues. Inhale deeply, open the eyes. Exhale, bring the hands through prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead, look up, reach up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. Bend the knees gently, take the left leg back, drop the knee to the earth and the top of the foot. Bring the hands through steeple position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Reach up overhead as you're lunging forward into that right knee. Crescent moon pose. Smile on the face. Sink those hips. Stay balanced for 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands to the mat. Tuck the toe. Exhale, send that right leg back to meet the left. Exhale all of the breath out through the mouth here. And then with no breath in, I want you to begin to bring the belly up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, massaging all the organs in the torso. Release when you're ready. Inhale gently through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Drop to the knees, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra or up dog, depending on how your back is feeling and how warm you're feeling. The butt and the legs are soft. Look up, look back. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Inhale, press back. That chest towards the thighs. Exhale, long, slow, and steady. Bring the left foot in between the hands. Drop the knee and the top of the right foot. Bring the hands through steeple position as you inhale. Those arms up overhead. Reach up. Stretch towards that front left knee. Smile on the face. The breath is slow and steady for 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands to the mat. Tuck the back right toe. As you exhale, bring that right leg up to meet the left. Forward fold. Bring the hands together. Inhale up overhead. Look up. Exhale through prayer position. Release the hands to both sides. Close the eyes. We'll do the other side. Moving with breath. Inhale. Open the eyelids. Exhale. Prayer position. Inhale. Take the arms up overhead. Look up. Exhale. Fold forward. Bend the knees. Take the right leg back. Drop. Knee to the earth. Take the hands through steeple position all the way up overhead. Release the hands. Tuck the back toes. Take the left leg back as you exhale. Mountain pose. Drop to the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, coming up through cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, press the chest back as you exhale. Take the right foot in between the hands, drop the knee and the top of the foot, hands through steeple, all the way up, crescent moon, other side. Release the hands, bend, tuck the back toes, exhale the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Hands together, inhale, up. Exhale, through prayer. Release the hands to the sides, close the eyes. And just notice a buzzing sensations around the fingertips, the toes, the skull, all the capillaries. Engaged, receiving fresh life, fresh mana. Let's open the eyes. We'll come into our first asana of today. Let's come into chair pose. We'll bring our feet together. I'm going to turn to the side slightly so you can see me. We're going to take our arms overhead, parallel You can bring your hands together in steeple position or keep your palms parallel to each other, what works for you. Go ahead and bend the knees as if you're coming to sit into a chair. Go ahead and look down at your toes and then sit back a little bit further. You want your knees not to be over extended past your toes, so keep sitting down, down, down. And then in the final pose, you're looking up towards the ceiling through the eyebrow center. Your face is soft, your belly button is engaged, so you're drawing it back towards the spine. Go ahead and lift your toes up off the mat, just the toes. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, up, look up. Release the hands. Interlace those hands back behind you. Draw the hands as much as you can towards the floor. Open up that chest, look up. Exhale, fold forward. And then begin to take the arms away from the low back. This should feel good. Take them as far up towards the ceiling as you can. Let the head and neck hang heavy. The sits bones are coming up towards the ceiling. You let the weight of gravity draw the top of your skull towards the top of your feet. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, release the hands, come all the way back up. Come back through prayer position. Let's do twisted chair. Inhale. As you exhale, begin to bend the knees. We'll take the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. We'll keep our hands together. Begin to twist from the waist. Stack the elbows, stack the shoulders, and then begin to look up towards the ceiling over your right shoulder. You can stay here. You can also take that left hand down to the floor on the outside of that right foot, keeping that elbow hugged on the outside of the right knee. Take the right arm up towards the ceiling. Sit down a little bit more. You can stay here and reach up towards the ceiling, or you can bend that right elbow, grab on towards your left hip for a bind. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Coming through center. We'll do the same thing, bringing internal massage to the liver and all these internal organs. Inhale. Exhale, bend at the knees. Take the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Stack the elbows. Begin to twist from the base of your torso. Sit down a little bit further. Look up over the shoulder of the left side. Take the right hand to the earth. Take the left hand up towards the sky. Reach up, look up. Stay here or bend that elbow. Take the right hand to the right hip. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release through prayer position. Moving through table series, we'll inhale our arms up all the way overhead. Keep the feet together. Lengthen, stretch up. Roll the shoulders down so that there's width in the shoulders. And then exhale, hinging at the waist. Flat back. You can have your hands in steeple position or your hands can be parallel. I want your ears to be parallel to the biceps. Reach through those fingertips as if you're reaching for that wall in front of you. Reach through the sits bones as if you're reaching towards the wall behind you. Flat back, engaging the torso, the belly. Relaxed in the face for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Reaching for 3, 2, and 1. Hands through prayer. Bend the knees. I want you to bring your weight under your right foot. Get solid in that foundation. Or the other foot. I want you to do the left foot. Get solid in that left foot. Take the right leg back. Our hips and shoulders are square still. So you're going to bring your hands, keep them at prayer position. If you have a neck or back injury, you can keep your hands here or back behind you. Otherwise, take your arms up overhead, reaching towards the wall in front of you. The back right toes, the big toe is centered in alignment with the center of the body. Bring the hands through prayer. Bend the knees. Actually, we're going to come through. We're going to come through center and bring that right leg out in front of us. Solid on that left leg. You're going to bend. Draw those toes up towards the hips as far as you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to open up into a tree pose. So you can bring your ankle to your ankle. You can bring it to your inner thigh. Just not on the knee. Don't press the foot into the knee. Take the arms up overhead. Reach up. You can also let your hands sway, letting your branches express themselves and flow, whatever feels good for you. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back through prayer. Release the tree, shake it out. This time, let's bring the foundation into the right side. So we're going to bend the knee, get real strong here. Bring the hands through prayer. Take that left leg back. So we're becoming like a pendulum. The hips and the shoulders are square. I've got that big toe in alignment with my nose. As I look down onto the floor, I can keep my arms here, or I can reach them out in front of me. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back through center. Take that left leg out in front. Lift it as high as you can. Get that toe in alignment with your hip. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it to your version of tree pose today. It's okay to wobble. It's okay to fall. We keep a light attitude with ourselves, especially on the yoga mat, and watch it translate into life off the mat. Find your expression of tree pose on this side. And then let's go ahead and release. Speaking of trees, let's do some swaying trees. We'll take our feet mat distance apart. Inhale the arms up overhead. Take your right wrist, grab your right hand, grab your left wrist. Stick that left hip out and stretch, reach towards the right wall. Take the right armpit slightly more in front of the left as you look up towards the ceiling past that left arm. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale through center. Switch sides. Be gentle, moving into the other side. It may be a totally different sensation in your body. This is powerful feedback. Grab the wrist, reach for the side wall. Take the bottom armpit slightly past the upper one. Look up. Come all the way up. Release the hands. Take the feet about 5 inches apart from each other. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees if you have to. We're going to take our peace fingers. Actually, what we want to do is we want to come, bend the knees, bring the palms underneath the soles of the feet. Begin to straighten the legs. Bring the weight of the body into the balls of the feet. You'll notice some massaging. You can move your toes. See how that influences the pressure points on your palms. If your elbows are straight, you can begin to bend them and draw the chest closer towards the thighs. Staying relaxed and steady in the face for 3, 2, and 1. Bend the knees, release the palms from underneath, and everybody, we're going to take our peace fingers and wrap them around our big toes. You can have your knees bent here. Begin to straighten your knees. Look up at the wall in front of you. Maybe you have the privilege to see where the floor and the wall in front of you come together. Stay there and breathe. Perhaps you can take your gaze a quarter way up the wall, halfway up the wall. Maybe you can even see where the wall meets the ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1. Release, bend the knees, take the hands to the earth, come back into Parvo Konasana. Bend the right knee, take the left heel back to the earth. Inhale. Bend the left knee, take the right heel back to the earth. Inhale, coming up to both tippy toes. Exhale, bring both heels back towards the earth. Inhale that right leg up, back behind you. The big toes in alignment with the center of the body. Press powerfully through your left palm, your left elbow. Lift that leg a little bit higher. Exhale, swing it on through. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana 1. So our hips and shoulders are facing the front of the room. Our back toes are at about 10 o'clock. Yeah, I did the other side. Bend into that right knee. Take the arms up overhead. The biceps are parallel to the ears. The hands can be steeple or palms facing one another, and bend into that front knee. The left armpit is slightly more forward than the right. Your breath is slow, and you're looking up to the ceiling through the eyebrow center. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Let's open up into Virabhadrasana 2. I need to walk my feet back a little bit more. Open up. My hips and shoulders are now parallel, are square to the wall to the side of me. I glance back. Let's glance back at our fingertips so that our left and right palms are in alignment. And then look off into infinity past those fingertips. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that left arm up to meet the right, Avaya Virabhadrasana. Looking up through to the ceiling, through the eyebrows, keeping that belly from collapsing on that right thigh. Smiling at the shake in the leg. For 3, 2, and 1. Drop the right hand on the inside of that right foot. Walk those toes back a little bit more if that helps you to sink down a little bit further in your pelvis. Take the left arm up towards the sky. Reach up for 3, 2, 1. Stay here or bend that left elbow. Take your right hand underneath of the right thigh. Find your bind. Open up that chest. Look up. Breathe. And 1. Drop the hands, drop the left knee, heel toe, the right foot off the mat. We're going to bring our hands, let's come into Kandanyasa, arm balance. It'll keep our bones strong as we age. Take our hands underneath of our shoulders. Begin to walk that back foot back. Our right elbow comes to hook in that right thigh. Our left elbow hooks on our left hip bone. Bring your weight towards the front of the mat and then begin to lift. Lift your toes up off the mat. Give it a few tries. A is for attempt. And then everybody, let's meet back into child's pose. Take your hips to your heels. Take your forehead to the mat. Long, deep breath in. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Return the breath to normal. Utilizing our awareness, our inner attention. Find the beating of the heart. Listen to the beating of your heart. Visualizing the most perfect aorta, the most perfect heart organ, doing all that it's been designed to do. It's been beating since day 27, since we were in our mother's womb. Day in and day out. Our eldest friend, our closest ally, giving so much appreciation for the heart as it delivers life force, cleansing blood to every cell in our body. There's trillions of cells moving around inside this skin. It houses our body. So grateful for the skin as we're noticing perspiration. We're utilizing all of the elements, fire, water, air, and earth to cleanse and purify these beautiful systems. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, we'll meet back into our mountain pose so we can do the opposite side of our body. This time, let's lift the left leg up and back. Pressing powerfully through our right palm. Press down into both hands. Lift that left heel. Exhale, swing it on through. Bring the right heel to the earth. We'll lift the torso up, coming into Virabhadrasana 1. Lean into that front thigh, efforting towards, but honoring where we are today, efforting towards the 90-degree angle. Our back right toes are at about 2 o'clock. Our hips and shoulders are facing forward. Let's bring our arms up overhead. Take the right armpit slightly more forward than the left. Take your hands either together in steeple position or parallel. Look up to the ceiling, keeping the chin parallel to the earth, but look up through the eyebrow center. Shambhali Mudra. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, let's open it up and come into Virabhadrasana 2. We're going to lean into that front thigh. My hips and shoulders are now parallel to the wall, the side wall. My arms are in alignment. I glance back gently, swiftly, and then look back and then bend that front knee a little bit further, looking off into infinity. Take the right arm up to meet the left. Fearless warrior. Smile at the shake in the legs. Your hands can be parallel or together. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the left hand on the inside of that left foot. Inhale the right arm up towards the sky. Lift up the shoulders. Stay here or bend that right elbow and take that left hand underneath of the left thigh. Find your bind. For 3, 2, and 1. Release your hands. Drop the right knee. Heel toe. That left foot off the mat. We're going to come into Kandanyasa this side. Keep practicing. Smile at yourself. Be playful as you wobble and fall. Take the left elbow, line it up on the inside of the left thigh. Take the right elbow, hook it on that right hip bone. Bring the weight of the body forward and begin to play with lifting your toes up off the mat. Give it a few tries. And then everybody, let's meet again in child's pose. Long, deep breath in through the nose. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Return the breath to normal. Time bringing awareness and appreciation all along the spine, from the base of the skull all the way down to the torso, the tailbone. Is honoring the entire spinal column as we move forward and backward, and it bends with us in life. When we were a fetus growing in our mother's womb, our spine was curled completely. And in the practice of yoga, we do back bends to help balance that curve in the spine, to expand our heart open and receive more love. So when you're ready, and only when you're ready, we're going to come up from child's pose, and we're going to do some back bending. First, let's do some stabilizing and strengthening. So we're going to come to meet in tabletop position, where your palms are underneath of your shoulders, your knees are underneath of your hips, your fingertips are spread evenly. Drop the belly, stick the sit bones out, look up, inhale. Slowly. How slow can you go? Exhale, begin to round everything as you draw your chin towards your chest. Do this a few more rounds at your pace. Slow and exaggerating. After the next one, we'll pause at center. Inhale, take the left leg back behind you. Lift the left leg up. It's at about hip height, but the toes are active. So you're pressing through the heel, and the big toe is in alignment with the center of my body. I'm looking down on my mat just below my nose. And then go ahead and take the right arm, reach it towards the front of the room. Reach through those fingertips and the big heel back behind you. Stay here. Or you can take that right hand back and grab onto that left ankle. Lift that ankle and kick it away from you. Stay here. Or take the gaze up over the right shoulder onto the ceiling behind you. Kick the foot away for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Shake it out. Let's come to the other side. We'll lift the right foot first up off the mat. Press powerfully through the heel. And then take that left arm, reach it towards the front of the room. The back of the neck is long, so I don't want you looking up right here. Engage the belly. You can stay there or you reach back for that right heel. Lift that knee and then kick that ankle back and away from you. This should feel good. Press powerfully through your right palm and then look up to the ceiling over the left arm. Release when you need. Come back to sit on the ankles, shake it out. We're going to come into squats position. Should feel good as you sit back onto your heels. And if you can't get the heels to the earth, no problem. Again, in the spirit of the yogis, we say maybe next week, maybe next year. Let's come into crow position. Your hands are going to be at about shoulder distance apart. I like to make shelves with my elbows, come up onto the tippy toes, and then take the knees to the outer side of the triceps. Take the weight over the body. And then, as I feel stable, I can begin to lift one toe, and then the other. Practice this a few times. If you have your crow into headstand like Evan, you can go to it safely in the room. Others, we're going to try it a few times, and then we're all going to come back down to the mat. We'll practice Sharvangasana, shoulder stand. Just trying to do the best. Yeah. I'd love somebody to the side. Yeah. Okay. So go ahead and lay down on your back. You can start off laying flat on the back. Bring your arms underneath your low back, and then swing your legs up overhead like Evan's doing. Draw the elbows in closer, and then your fingertips are facing up towards the ceiling. Your gaze is in between your big toes on the ceiling. The chin is in towards the chest. Your breath is slow and steady. Keep your right foot up overhead. Take your left foot overhead towards the floor. It's okay if it doesn't touch the floor. Bring the left foot back up to meet. Take the right foot overhead. Take the right foot up overhead. Take both feet overhead. Plow position. Go ahead and bend the knees, hold on to the low back. And then we're going to come out vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly bringing your legs flat on the mat. Take your arms to the side. Let the head rock from side to side and back to center. Let's everybody come into fish pose. So from here, we'll take our arms, palms facing down underneath of our butt. Our heels are together. Press into the elbows and then come onto the top of the head. The bottom set of teeth are past the upper set of teeth. And then release the head back down to the mat. Release the arms. Shake it out. Let's draw our knees into our chest. We can rock from side to side. We can make circles one way and then the other. It should feel good. And then I like to grab on underneath of my knees and begin to just rock forward and backward, eventually coming up to a comfortable seated position. Extend those legs out in front of us. Inhale the arms up all the way overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Grab onto your ankles, maybe your big toes. If you're feeling very flexible and you have the privilege, you can interlace your hands past your feet or grab onto your wrists. Drop the chin towards the chest. Long, slow breaths here, your deepest yet. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and take our feet wide onto the mat. Let's get in a nice twist. We'll take our right hand back onto the mat behind us. Come down onto your forearm, if that's doable. Take the left hand towards the mat across the right side of the body. Look up on the wall behind you as far as you can. The toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And 1. Come all the way up through center. Exhale, we'll switch to the other side. Press into the palm, help the body upright. Let's lean back onto our sits bones. We'll lift our knees coming up into Navasana. The knees can be bent or straight. Release the arms. Gazing through the toes, the big toes. Kapalabhati. Go ahead and release. Spin 180 degrees. We'll come into our favorite yoga posture, Shavasana. The legs are flat on the mat, the body is relaxed. We call this the most important pose of our practice because this is where we get to integrate all of the work that we've done. So your feet are about 12 to 16 inches away from each other. The arms, palms facing up, about 6 inches from your side body. I'm going to lead you through a relaxed guided meditation. Go ahead and lift your right foot up off the mat. Point and flex 2 inches and flop. Lift your left leg off the mat 2 inches. Point and flex, flop. Squeeze the buttocks, engage the belly, squeeze, 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 and release. Inhale all the way up through the chest. Feel the whole side ribs and chest fill up with fresh breath. Exhale through the mouth. Take the right hand, lift it 2 inches up off the mat. Make a fist and flop. Do the same with the left hand. Make a fist, take it 2 inches off the mat and flop. Keeping the back of the head on the mat, drop the chin into the chest, and release. Let the neck fall from side to side and back to center. Inhale, squeeze everything in your face, your eyes, your teeth, your ears, your hair. And then as you exhale, open the mouth and stick out the tongue. Return the breath to normal. With your eyes closed and your body in complete stillness. Take your awareness to the breath as it's moving in and out of the nostrils. Bring your awareness to the belly button without any efforting. Just notice as an observer how the belly button has a natural rise and fall with each breath. Be an observer. We're going to count backwards from 10 to 1. Paying attention to your breath. 10, navel up. 10, navel down. Inhale, navel up. 9. Inhale, navel down. Inhale, navel up. 8. Inhale, down. Exhale down. Inhale, navel up, 7, exhale down. All the way down to 1, at your pace, trying not to lose count. Get all the way to 1, release the count. And let your body be. Bringing your awareness again to the physical, allowing your awareness to witness the breath as it grows big inside of your body. Take your thumb and touch each fingertip. Inhale the arms up overhead, stretch long. Eventually we're going to roll over onto our right side, pausing in a fetal position. Giving thanks and appreciation to ourselves for making this time to cultivate and expand our self-love. All the awareness to our heart, the beating of our heart, the healthy operating of our heart. Filling every cell in our body with self-love. So thankful, thankful, thankful to ourselves for showing up and practicing today. When you're ready, take the left palm and press it into the earth. Help your body come upright. Find a comfortable seated position, facing forward. Close the eyes and bring your awareness back to the breath at the nostrils. Without judgment, simply awareness. Let's acknowledge how we felt at the beginning of practice and witnessing how transformative our mind, body, and spiritual practice has shifted us completely. We are different human beings than when we started. Let's take the energy, gather up so much. Let's take our arms out wide, gather up so much energy, coming up through prayer position, down through the heart center, where we'll give praise for sharing in the sacred time together. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. I am Terra. This is Evan. We are the Live Yoga channel. Join us again tomorrow, where I'll be taking over the channel at 10 a.m. We'll do a chair yoga. This is a 30-minute, half-hour break. We're getting everybody to take a break from their work day, utilizing whatever chair they can muster up, and we'll do some stretching, some breath work, some de-stress techniques for a half-hour work break. Tell your friends, bring yourself, give an invite to your loved ones. And then again at noon, we'll do a meetup club. We call it the Trust Your Guts Club. We talk about all things digestive wellness. I am a modern yogi, and I use simple lifestyle techniques to take best care of my body and all that she has created over the years. So happy to share with you lifestyles of a yogi. Tune in Tuesdays. And then we'll be back here on the mat on Thursday. Evan will be teaching. Thanks so much for your likes, subscribe, share. We're doing the best we can. We're learning so much as we go, and we're happy to share these practices. These practices are medicine for us individually and collectively. In the state of the world today, we're doing the best we can. So, a hui ho, ohana, have the best day ever, and aloha.